All right, well, good morning and welcome back to Mindful Mornings. We're going to go ahead and get started today just by taking a moment to settle our energy and bring our focus and attention into this virtual space that we've created. So, wherever you are, take a moment to kind of push back from your workstation if you're at a desk or sitting in an upright position to make sure that you're nice and relaxed and comfortable. And let's begin by just noticing the environment that we are a part of. Without any sort of judgment or reactivity, simply noticing what that environment feels like. Allowing your awareness to become closer to your own personal space, taking some time checking in with your mind, noticing where your thoughts are, tuning into the body, seeing how you feel physically, and tapping to your heart space, paying attention to your emotional centers. Let's take a nice slow inhale through the nose and pause. And as you exhale, just allowing your awareness to fall into your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes or roll your ankles. Let your feet settle into the floor in front of you. Take another deep inhale through the nose and pause. And as you exhale, just bringing your awareness through your lower legs, into the upper portions of your legs, into your hips and your low back, abdomen, just releasing any tension, any discomfort, any tightness, allowing the body to settle in to your space even further. Once again, a nice slow inhale through the nose and pause. And as you exhale, just allowing your awareness to come through your torso, into your chest, out through the shoulders, down through your arms, wrist, hands, and fingers. Inhaling to the top and pause. And as you exhale, releasing any tension in your shoulders, the muscles of your neck, around your jaw, eyes, forehead, allowing everything to soften and release. And let's take one more controlled inhale, expanding the diaphragm, filling up the lungs, pausing momentarily. And as you exhale, visualize a wave of relaxation flowing from the crown of your head in through your body and out through the soles of your feet. And return your awareness back to the rhythm and flow of your respiration. And we'll rest here. bringing your awareness back to your breath, releasing your focus into your space, and welcoming some natural movement into the body. Thank you all.
All right, thank you, Ford. As we talked Tuesday, we said water is essential for the optimal function of every system in our body. And in that regard, I think it's important to keep in mind that our body cannot store water. So the importance of drinking consistently throughout the day cannot be overemphasized. And to that point, and given that we wake up in a slightly dehydrated state, I mean, we haven't had water for probably 7 to 9 hours, we suggest that you try starting your day with a big glass of water or two. Like this will really jumpstart the entire system. I know every morning I look forward to drinking my glass of water because it feels like a little party is going on, like everything just kind of, is starting to vibrate and wake up a little bit. And another thing, for a little extra kick in the morning, you can squeeze in some lemon or lime just for a good dose of vitamin C. And people ask, well, is it better for hot water or cold water? And really, it's just your preference. If you drink cold water in the morning, it just kind of helps perk things up a little faster. And hot water just helps move things along. If you know what.
Given that our next pillar is nutrition, Rita, right? We
Yeah.
talk about bringing things up a little bit. We know some people have difficulties in the morning with breakfast, being able to get nutrients into their body. So Rita's suggestion of drinking cold water specifically in the morning helps to upregulate the metabolism, which makes you feel a little bit more hungry in the morning. So if you're having difficulty with getting some nutrition into your system, start with cold glass of water, about 16 to 20 ounces first thing you do. And for all the caffeine drinkers, also add the water in prior to the caffeine to help make sure your system is hydrated. And just to reiterate, on Tuesday we talked about how our cells physically shrink in size when we become dehydrated. And especially the brain, all of the brain tissue will start to become smaller and shrink. So hydrating first thing in the morning to kickstart the rest of your day really sets you up for success.
Yeah, and another thing we also want to point out is that in terms of our energetic state, breath and water make a dynamic duo. So we suggest that you consider doing this. The next time you feel yourself during the day, running on low power mode, instead of immediately reaching for the caffeine or sugar, try a few deep breaths and a glass of water to help you recharge. And then from there, you can just pay attention to how your body feels and let it tell you what it needs from there.
Does anyone have any questions on hydration? Anything that we've covered in our previous session or in today's session regarding what we talked about with metabolism, different suggestions of hot, cold, using citrus, the timing of the water intake, using respiration along with water? Does anybody have any specific questions for us? All right, so you have a homework assignment the next several days. Today is Thursday, so the remainder of Thursday, all the way through until Monday night, we ask that you complete a 5-day consumption log, and it's geared towards the second pillar, hydration, and consumption meaning water, caffeine, alcohol, teas, anything that is liquid that you ingest. Go ahead and document that each and every time. So if it's on Thursday afternoon at 12:30, you had a glass of Powerade, write that in. If on Thursday afternoon you had a cup of tea, write that in. Write the timing, write the amount, and we'll go ahead and do that from Thursday all the way through until Monday night. When we pick back up next week in our next pillar, nutrition, we'll discuss that consumption log and ideally have some discussions centered around how that weaves ourselves into the next pillar of nutrition. So thank you all for joining.
Yeah, Ford. And one more thing we might want to suggest they do with the consumption log. Whenever you drink something, like you have the Powerade, like Ford said, at 2:00 in the afternoon, after you consume something, pay attention to how you feel with every one of the things that you consume. Pay attention to how you feel after you have a glass of water, after you have a cup of coffee, or whatever you're consuming, just to start to build that awareness in for yourself.
And feel free to write that comment in your consumption log. As Rita suggested, how you're feeling, write that down. It's a reflective practice, so you can go back several days and see exactly how certain hydrations actually made you feel. So thank you all again. We appreciate you joining us this morning. We'll see you all next week. Have a great day.
Have a great day.